Morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. It's March 3rd, 2020. I don't really have a whole lot of time today, but I just wanted to kind of jump in and give an overview of some of the things happening. There's lots of cool developments today. So Coinbase, they're expanding legally. Coinbase has now become a member of Japan's self-regulatory organization for crypto firms to prepare for a presence in the Japanese markets. That's pretty interesting. I know that's a market they've been trying to break into for a long time. What else? Oh, I read an article where Tim Draper, if he was president, he would make Bitcoin a national currency. I think that's pretty interesting. Maybe he has a future presidential run in his future. I don't know. Also came across an article owning one Bitcoin will soon be out of reach for 99.8% of the world's population. This was a study done by Morgan Creek co-founder Jason Williams. Yeah, basically saying that owning a single Bitcoin will soon be out of reach for the vast majority of people. This is pretty interesting. Oh, Lloyd's of London. So the insurer, Lloyd's of London is now, they're issuing, they have a issuance for new type of liability insurance policy to cover crypto and hot wallets. So I thought that was pretty cool and kind of once again shows the adoption and growth and of the space. Pretty interesting. I'm noticing that the Reddits are getting, I've been promoting them, the Ethereum one, the Chainlink one, the Tezos one, and unfortunately now they're starting to kind of go downhill a little bit. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I think your average crypto holder that is now kind of starting to glom onto maybe better information is great. But I'm seeing more, when price, when mood, when exchange, nonsense up there instead of like really good information. Just bear that in mind as you're scrolling through the Reddits. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you think that the discourse and the articles and the sharing of information up on the Reddits for ETH, Link, Tezos, and a few others is kind of going downhill. I've noticed about the last month, it seems like the quality is not as good as it used to be. So I noticed that Wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum. So it says Wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum close to overtaking Lightning Network in value. So sometimes you'll hear this referred to as WBTC. Basically, it's Bitcoin derivative on the Ethereum network. But the amount locked in those mechanisms is it's overshadowing even the Lightning Network, which I've talked about a lot in its growth. So this is just another example of how much the DeFi space is really growing on Ethereum and other things. There's been a lot of articles on Chainlink integrating real world assets into DeFi. This is really exciting. There's a new one called DMM DAO. Basically, it's auto loans. Very interesting. I don't know enough about it yet to talk about it, but it seems interesting to me. And from what I understand, there's already something like 10 million there ready to go for this mechanism. Yeah, I just want to read a little bit. So developments in centralized finance are coming thick and fast as the ecosystem evolves. The latest offering from Chainlink and DMM acts as a bridge between Ethereum crypto assets and real-world assets. DeFi money market bridges the gap. A recent announcement by Chainlink has unveiled a collaboration with DeFi Money Market, DMM, which offers high-yield money markets on the Ethereum mainnet backed by tokenized real-world assets. So I thought this was very interesting. I'll include all these links below. Hope you guys find these helpful. A lot of people ask me about the Chainlink tokenomics and the Tezos tokenomics. Came across a great article about the Chainlink token economics, and I actually thought it was really well done. I'll include this as well. You can see there's some amazing Santino-like art here. Santino-esque, I think I'll call it. Once again, we're flirting with, over $1 billion locked up in DeFi. A couple Tezos things. So tonight at the French consulate, I believe, they're going to unveil a trophy asset that is going to be the first asset will be tokenized tonight on Tezos with the launch of Equisafe platform. So Equisafe is tokenizing real world assets, and they're kind of making a lot of fanfare about a trophy asset that they're going to tokenize starting tonight with the launch of that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So once again, the hash rates, I stopped talking about this, but the hash rates, BTC hash rates are just breaking all-time highs. So I kind of stopped talking about it because almost every day it was was breaking a new high, or at least a few times a week, at least once a week. So anyway, that's interesting. Once again, Morgan Creek Digital co-founder came forward and said owning one Bitcoin BTC will soon be out of reach for 99.8% of the world's population. This is a really good, and his name's Jason Williams, but Jason Williams is kind of a leader in the space and been around a minute. But I thought this was a really cool article, so I'll point you to this one as well. I don't know if a lot of people know, but the Treasury convened a cryptocurrency working session with industry leaders. I've been trying to get my hands on actual document about this meeting yesterday. Having a hard time doing that. So if I can find it, I'll link it here. But I thought that this is another piece of information that really shows the development and the growth of the space, maturity of the space. I found it interesting. So the Treasury Secretary said U.S. welcomes responsible innovation, including new technologies that may improve the efficiency of the financial system. We must ensure that we balance innovation with the need to protect our national security and maintain the integrity of our financial system. And I guess if you were the world's financial leader, you would probably feel this way. But interesting how we're moving along. Came across a pretty good ETC 2020 roadmap. I thought it was good, explaining EVM and a couple of things. I will include this. On Trust Notes, there was an interesting article about ETH Londoners tokenizing loans with upfront interest. I had a hard time wrapping my mind around this because I don't know much about it. And they're calling it an ETH into a wrapped WETH token. So, WETH is representing the wrapped token. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'll include the article. If you know more about this, I'd love for you to tell me about it. It seems pretty interesting, but I don't think I really understand the risks there. Thank you very much for watching today. I'll include all these links below. Hope somebody's getting something out of these. Hope somebody finds these interesting. If this helps you on your commute to work, I used to have a crappy commute to work, and I used to listen to a lot of audiobooks. And thank you very much. I appreciate you listening. Talk to you later. Bye.